What it do, what it do? It's your boy Feast. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to share this video. Got some important information here that I would like to share. Do I think it's good to date right now? I'm gonna say no. I can give both perspectives because I understand the mind of a woman as well. Just listening to women and just hearing where they are, what they're thinking, and where they want to gain some sense of recognition. I ain't gonna say respect, because there's no way a person is moving a certain way and expect respect behind moving a certain way. So I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's a good time to date right now. I don't think the right ingredients is in the atmosphere. The way people are moving right now and what people want to stand for and what people is considering life right now, it's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. I don't think when you meet somebody, I don't think the right questions are being asked. I don't think people really trying to get to know you. I don't really think they're trying to value where you're being. They're not concerned about your education background. And these things are, people, I'm just here to tell you, based on where somebody's been, tells their story. Like, if I'm not asking those kind of questions, how do I expect to know that I'm talking to the right person if I don't know if they know how to start something and complete it? If you ask somebody if they got an educational background and you ask them, hey, did you finish school? Or did you go to college and finish? You want to know those things because you just want to know, can a person finish something they start? It ain't about them being smarter than you. It ain't about them having a degree under their belt and you don't. It's not about none of that. It's simply about finding out that person's criteria, where they been, their morals, how they view life, and how far they willing to go in life as far as their expectation level. And I just think we done got so far away from that. I don't get asked questions. There's no approach system to approaching a woman anymore. And I just think that we done got so far, of course, with what was really real. You really ask people these kind of questions and you got real answers that kind of define whether you kind of mess with them or not. Because like they say, birds of a feather flock together. It's different levels out here of life. Everybody is for somebody. Like, everybody's meant to have somebody. It's different. And that's really why you date, is to see whether this person kind of see, whether y'all see eye to eye morally. Some people are very piss poor morally, and some people are determined to make their way and find their way. And with a life partner that's on the same page you're on, and you're trying to really get a kick out of this life, or get this one life we get to live. We get one life, one shot at it. Whether whether you kind of choosing the right partner. So I think if we're not asking those questions, then we're not just concerned about what they got to offer and whether this is the right person for me. So I feel like the reason I say it's not good to date right now, because women are looking at men. If you can't sponsor my life, sponsor not her life, like take care of her, but sponsor the extra things, the extra, like we call it, extracurricular activities she picked up in terms of these things she feel like she has to have for life to be whole, then you're not to say anything to her. And I think with just that thought alone, how can we get to where we're really trying to need to go, if there's a thought process like that in place? Basically saying, no guy, we're aware, man, no guy's gonna sign on to something that's not gonna benefit him, at least getting a person's time. You can't even get a woman's time now, man. Nobody's dating. Nobody go on casual dates to talk. It just felt good talking to people. Now, y'all tell me, ladies, are the man or they lack of conversation? Do they not have anything to talk about anymore? Am I looking at this one way? Or is it that the only concern that's on a woman's mind is that she finds somebody that can support her campaign? That's what it seems to be to me. Comment me below. Tell me if am I right or wrong. So, whether a man got a whole lot going on or not, man, he still, even us guys still respect each other to a certain degree. We can pass another guy, we'll nod our head. We can pass a woman and she don't even look. She gonna bury her face in her phone just to let you know she ain't interested. But you can go to that same woman's social media and she can be crying about a relationship or saying that, hey, it ain't no good men out here. Where are they? I'm not another man. I can only speak for myself. I used to be able to walk through Walmart, man, back in the day, and I'm going to at least have 10 eye conversations with a woman, at least 10. That eye conversation means that we're going to stare each other down. We may not say nothing to each other, but we're going to at least stare at each other down and say, hey, dang, I think they a good look. I think they attractive. But now it's like poison is in the atmosphere. That's what it feels like. I'm not certain of what it really is, but that's what it feels like. Like, it's like the wrong message has been put out. It's like when a woman look up and see a black man and just anything about him. Like I heard a woman on social media say, y'all make my butt itch. Like, man, just think about that. To look up and see somebody that makes your butt itch. And it's almost like now, because we know the women are looking at us like that, we're looking at the women now like, hey, if you're gonna treat me like that, I don't see you neither. So, what are we really doing? What is it gonna really take to get back on track on where we was trying to go, where we were years ago, where it was fun? I'm gonna say this stuff started, let me not curse, don't wanna get flagged or anything. Maybe you can't curse, I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep it clean as possible, my content clean. But I'm gonna say this stuff started when social media hit, when COVID hit. Gave people downtime, people started finding other creative ways to make money, and they had all this downtime, and they, from unemployment to everything we was receiving around that time, it just gave you a sense of say, hey man, I ain't gotta work hard for my money anymore. But when that happened, and we came back into life, man, it's just a whole nother sway. And I just think the direction we're going, if it was the new wave in life, why doesn't it feel like we're progressing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was really the way, so we got to have a solution. There's gotta be another gear to this. There's gotta be another, because right now, nobody's feeling like they appreciate it. We're looking at everybody in front of us like we can do better than what's in front of us, whether we're in a relationship, whether we're in a marriage, or whether we are trying to seek a good partner. We feel like what's in front of us, we can do much better because of what we see in our phone. We get to see people way in Africa, if we can, just by the look in our phone. So the people that's in front of us, I'm in Mobile, Alabama, and you often, I've heard a woman say this before, that she feel like the person that's for her is not around here. And I'm saying to myself that over the thousands of people that's in life, and that's how social media ruined our mindset, where do we look for another partner? Where do we look for a relation? Where do we look for a companion? If the person that's for us is not in front of us. It's not in the same city you live in, and the city you live in and go to work in every day is your real reality. Just think about how of course that would have me if I say the person I'm looking for, or the person that's desired for me, my heart's desire, is not out here in the world. That means I'm literally waking up, walking into a false reality every day saying, hey, well, person that's for me is not even here. So to hear people think like that, say that, I'm just like, man, when can we get back to those good times? Because people may not admit it, man, but we're suffering. Even the people that are in relationships. People only post their relationship nowadays just to rub in other people's face that they in a relationship, because they see people not really in a relationship. It seems that even if a woman got sponsorship, and I'm gonna call it that, sponsorship behind the scene, meaning there's a guy sponsoring her life and she's not showing she's posing as a single woman on social media because she liked the attention, that's still something missing. Because why can't we be proud of our relationship and post it like saying, hey, I'm in a committed relationship, or I'm in a monogamous relationship, and people still accept the attention? or you still get the attention or acknowledgement from that. I'm not saying everybody's doing that, but we do have some that's doing that, that's living by that code. And I'm just saying, how can we ever put that smile back on our face if we're in a situation to where we're not in a reality to where we feel like what's for us or in front of us exists anymore? So that's why I say it's not a good time to date right now. You gotta tell me, come in below to tell me, what do you think it would take to get this thing back on track? And I ain't saying for things to go back to how they were. Maybe women were feeling less valued back in time. I'm not saying that. But what's in the atmosphere now, what's going on now, there's no way this is what it's supposed to be. People are not happy, man. I remember one time I was going in a store one time. You know, I walk around in a pretty good spirit. I try to keep my head in a good space, you know, as possible. I try to put my mind on positive things. And I came out of the store, a woman said, well, you are already smiling, so I know I can't make you happy. I'm like, what that mean? Like, I just feel good about myself. I feel good about life. I feel good about where it's going. I could have just gotten some good news a minute back. But my joy rubbed her the wrong way. I know I didn't take it the wrong way because of how she said it and how she looked when she said it. It was saying like, hey, why are you smiling? I mean, it was a flirt. It was a slight flirt. I'm not gonna take it all the way from that, but it was like, hey, you know, why not look at it like, hey, let my joy rub off on you? Why not say, hey, what kind of joy you got going on? What you got going on in your world? Hey, I want a piece of that. Why make me feel bad because I'm feeling good? So that's where we at in the world today, man. That's why I say it's not a good time to date right now. This thing got to catch another gear, man. I think it's in the atmosphere now that most men have fell back. You know, men ain't approaching no more because we just simply sitting, looking at the situation like we just looked at for sponsorship. And a woman they may think about when they'll give us some of their time. You know, let alone them. I think about when I give it to you. That's what made women become players. And for that, no man is gonna allow that. It's just not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen that way. It's just never, you guys are not built to be with multiple guys and, oh, it's okay to sleep with this guy and do this and do that. It's not, a man would never respect a woman for doing such. Just understand that if you want a man's respect, he'll never respect that. So you guys come at me below, tell me, do you think the information that I'm saying is correct? Do you guys think it's a good time to date right now? Other than a benefit of what can a man do for a woman versus what can we do for each other in terms of what can we get together and do? What can we get together and come up with? So y'all come at me below, man. Let me know if this information that I'm giving you guys is valid information. Am I on point? You know, as far as whether it's a good time to date right now or not. So come at me below. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to share it. Be sure to hit the bell notification so you can get the latest updates. And I'm gonna drop them, man. The more they come up, you know, the more the topics come up, these subject matters come up, I'm gonna drop them. So you guys let me know. Come at me below. Until the next episode. Deuces.